Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, your favourite sheriff back. Right, a lot of people jumping in my comments. You shouldn't have said this, you shouldn't have said that, blah, blah, blah. Narrative never ever said that. He's never said this ever. I've never heard him say this. And this is in regards to when he was saying it's okay for adults to go with children, schoolgirls, right? Yes, he scoops round it by saying, but they went to school together. Listen, I could go to school, right, and be 16 years of age, right, in the last year of school. Somebody in the first or second year of the school would be a lot younger, obviously, right? And that's exactly what he's referring to, right? But that does not make it right because you went to the same school as somebody, right? That because you're friends and you went to the same school, it's okay to go out with them. Because when you're at a certain age, right, you become an adult, right? i.e. 18-year-old, something like that, right? So therefore, if you're 18-year-old and you've got a 14-year-old girlfriend, or a 15-year-old girlfriend even, right, it's wrong. It's against the law and it's wrong, right? It's as simple as that, right? This lad did say this. And he said, he seems to scoot around it by saying it's fine because they were all friends. It's not fine at all. You know what I mean? It's not as if somebody's 25-year-old and somebody's 21. It's totally different, right? When you're 18, 19 years of age, right, you're an adult. It's against the law. The law's there for a reason, right? So let me just remind you of what this dickhead said.
When I grew up, right? And these people who I'm talking about went to the same school together. They was in a couple of years above each other in school and that, been friends and that, got cars and stuff like that. It happened a lot, man. And I'm a couple of years between them. That's what I'm saying. But you know, like, there was just like putting up round the school and looking for girls and that. No. We all had a big gang, all different ages, man. We used to hang about on the local shops and that. You never did that because you were one of the cool kids, man. You went into the army because, like, you're boring. Now, nothing wrong with you in the army, man, but you don't like see a lot.
Right, as you can see, I feel like I'm banging my head against the wall here. He openly does say that, right? And I don't care about, oh yeah, but what if they were friends? Listen, when you're 18, 19-year-old, right, what you doing hanging about shops anyway? Do you know what I mean? This is what this lad's life revolves around, being a bum, right? And taking advantage of youngsters. It's as simple as that, right? Because, like I said, I've said it previously, when you're 18-year-old, 19-year-old, you're either at college or you're working, right? You're not hanging around shops, right, picking schoolgirls up. What is going on? But I'm a boring git because I went in the army. Do you know what I mean? I'm boring. I didn't have a good life. I think, right, you'll find, mate, I seen a hell of a lot more than you ever seen around them shops. And I'll tell you what, we certainly weren't hanging about with young schoolgirls, right? It's just wrong, right? There's no parent on here who would be happy with an 18, 19-year-old bloke coming to pick the schoolgirl up. It's as simple as that. And if there is, then they really need to have a good, hard, long look at themselves. And then he goes on to say about Titchy. Yes, rest in peace, he's died. But that lad was a convicted SO to do with minors, right? Grooming, right? But then look, listen to what this guy has got to say about this convicted SO, who we all know is convicted and was convicted, right? But let's just have a listen to what Oblonghead has to say about this fella.
And I know people who are teaching is around there and that. Nah, man, the age thing, man. Nah, man. I think that was just two people. It's like a predator situation, isn't it? You know what I mean? The guy's dead now, so I know you want to talk about it. Yeah.
Right, as you have all just heard, we all know about this Titchy, right? We all know that he was a convicted SO, and when he was about 9, I think he was 19-year-old, he was seeing a young girl, a young school girl, right? But then we have Oblonghead telling everybody it's not a predatory situation. Wow, right? So for all you dingbats in my comments saying, he's never done this, he's never said this, blah, blah, blah. There you go. He's saying it there. Blatantly. That's what he says, right? That's how he thinks, right? So if that is not noncy behaviour, right? Even though it might not be him physically doing that, he thinks that that is fine and it's okay, right? Which is not okay. So for a lot of you on here who say, yeah, well, we go after wrong-uns and this, that, and the other. Why is taking a wrong-un side? For somebody to think like that is a wrong-un. Do you know what I mean? They might not have physically done it themselves, but they think that it's fine, right? And that is the scary situation about it, because they actually do think that that is all okay. Well, it's not okay whatsoever. So get your heads out your asses, right? Stop having to go at me, because I'm the only one on here exposing them, right? It is what it is. You know what I mean? But you just want you to be back in the comments. Craig's this, Craig's that. Craig's a wrong-un. It's as simple as that. He's a wrong-un. He always has been a wrong-un. He's a bum. And he's by no means a great role model, right? With when he's coming out with stuff like that. So for any parent out there who has daughters of a school age, right? I think if you don't agree with what I'm saying about him being a wrong-un, right? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? There's something not right there, because I know for a fact everybody who I know who has daughters of that age would not be happy or whatsoever, and would put a stop to any 18, 19-year-old bloke picking their daughters up from school or even coming round on a night and that. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't be allowed to happen. Do you know what I mean? And that is our duty as parents, to look after our kids. So, yeah, get your heads out your asses, and just because you might like somebody, right, and you think he's a nice guy, right, there you go. That's what this nice guy thinks is acceptable in life. Wow. Bosh.